Hi everyone, Kerryn here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing you this week's energy forecast and insights for Monday, the 11th of March through until Sunday, the 17th of March, 2024. As we move into this week ahead, we have Venus moving into the very beautiful, dreamy, gentle, sensitive, soft energy of Pisces. And so it's bringing in this deeper sense of romance into our hearts. And the invitation is there to look at our relationship to love. What is the relationship that you have with yourself, with your own inner divinity, with your own heart? How are the relationships that you have with others? And where is the balance? I want to say the word coming through is balance. Where is the balance and the harmony in your give and take? Do you allow yourself to receive love? Do you allow yourself to give love? You know, as human beings in this crazy world, we are conditioned that love is conditional. You know, we learn that as babes, as children, as toddlers, and then we learn that as we go into adolescence and then adulthood. Everything that we've learned about love in our early formative years is then just played out for us in all of the relationships that we have. There's so much also in the psychology of the subconscious mind, and often in our relationships, what we are seeking to resolve or to experience is the relationship that we either didn't have with our parents or that we wanted with our parents. Same, but different, right? And so at the end of the day, we're eternally seeking that sense of connectedness, that sense of acceptance, of recognition, of being seen and heard, of being loved unconditionally. And there aren't many of us on the planet that love unconditionally, let's be honest. You know, we make it conditional, or we've experienced it. We've been on the receiving end of that. If you were just like this, I would be able to love you. If you did this, I would be able to love you. And they may not be words that are articulated in that way, but it is through actions and our emotions and how we take things on that we develop these beliefs within ourselves that in order for us to be loved, we must be a particular way. We must be a good girl or a good boy, or we must be perfect, or, you know, we must be a martyr, or we must, you know, forego having anything that is of pleasure, or that, you know, whatever it may be. There's so much tied up in that to unpack, really, and it's unpacking it on an individual level for yourself. I remember reading a book from Diana Cooper, and there were some lines in that really resonated with me and they stuck with me. And what she was saying was that, you know, come the age of 18, 21, it really is our responsibility to become our own parents. And what she meant by that was, how are you seeking to be parented, and how can you then now give that to yourself? Be that voice, be that love, be that support, be that nurturing. And I can't help but feel that with the energy of Venus around and the focus being relationship, I think it's really important to review these, to have that inward reflectiveness. And in doing so, that brings a level of self-awareness. This is how we self-actualization, understanding ourselves at the deepest level, understanding what drives us, understanding our beliefs, understanding our desires and our wants, gives you the power and the control to create the life that you want to create. And I think so often, so many on the planet right now, that's not to say this is you, but I know I've certainly been in this state in many times throughout my life. So often we're at the effect of life and we're not the cause. So that means that in essence, we're the victim. Everything is happening to me. Everything is happening to me. And not very often are we at cause. So we are the ones that are standing in our power, making the choices, being fully aligned and understanding where the decisions are coming from, understanding why we're making the decisions, acting and behaving in alignment with our values. And I feel that when we can take true responsibility and accountability for where you are right now. Now, this doesn't mean that bad things don't happen to good people. This doesn't mean that there aren't shitty experiences that we all have. And it doesn't mean that we've like created them or that we deserve them, because that's just a bullshit belief. But what it does mean is that you don't know what you don't know. So you can start from this point of knowledge, of inner knowing, of acceptance, accepting that things have happened the way that they have. What are the changes that you can now make moving forward? Accepting that you're not happy in the situation that you are right now, and taking stock of how you would like that to be and what action can you take, or how can you support yourself to get you to where you need to be. I truly believe that when we are disconnected from our hearts, from our soul, from spirituality, whatever that means for you, whatever that looks like for you, when we have lost faith in ourselves and the infinite, divine, unconditional, loving intelligence of the universe, we're lost. So part of coming back to self is recognizing that there is an essence, there is an energy, there is a force within this universe that knows you and loves you and wants the very best for you. Having that realization supports you in increasing your compassion for yourself, in increasing your resilience, in getting back to your divine true self. And that doesn't mean that we're all going to ascend and leave the planet, but what that does mean is it initiates and activates significant growth for you on a soul level, on a personal level, on a spiritual level, on a human level. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to grow, to evolve, but we're also here to remember who we are, to remember that the idea of separateness, of being separated, of disconnection from the source of all that is the greatest delusion of mankind. And it is delusional. It is a delusion and an illusion. And so when we can come back to that state, from there, you are then shown the way is revealed to you. You recognize your gifts, your strengths, your worth, because you are more than worthy of having everything that your heart desires in this lifetime. Right. I never know what guidance is going to come out of my mouth when I connect to my guides. So thank you, thank you, thank you. What else can we expect for the week ahead? Higher heart activation. Yes. How good is this? I love how these are always aligned. The universe is always listening. Our guides are always listening. Your higher self, your soul is always listening. Venus, heart, love, higher heart activation. Dropping the shields, divine love, your heart is healed. There is such a misconception, and so many people on the planet, so many of you believe yourself to be broken. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. Perhaps you are a little lost. Perhaps you feel a little disconnected. but you are not broken, and you are worthy of your own love, as well as love of the divine, of the universe, of spirit, the angels, your guides, your soul, and those around you. So this is taking time this week to connect in with the intelligence of your heart, to have self-compassion, to be kind and gentle with yourself, to treat yourself the way that you would treat your biggest love, your child, your pet, whatever it may be. Treat yourself the same way. Heart wisdom, star birthing, light code, crystal grid, transmission activation. Can we download for you that you know what it feels like to receive love, and you know what it feels like to give love in balance and harmony, that you have discernment of where you give your time and your energy to, that you know when to say no and you know when to say yes? And would you like to know what it feels like to be filled with the unconditional love of the creator of all that is? Say yes to receive now. Beautiful. Who would like to support us this week? Metatron and Sandalphon. I love Metatron. Sacred connection. Ah, the theme. Don't you just love the way that it works? I am never disappointed, and I am always in awe of how beautifully the love and the guidance and the direction of the divine, the source of all that is, works with us. Synchronicity, divine connection, understanding lessons. So it is through the lens of your heart's wisdom, your higher heart, when you connect in with that, that you then through that connect to the divine. And through that lens, through that higher perspective, you have a deeper understanding of yourself. You have a deeper understanding of the situations that you have lived through in your life. You become the observer, and you see from that higher perspective how life is happening for you, not to you. You see from that higher perspective how each of the experiences that you have had in this lifetime thus far has led you to where you are now. It has prepared you for the healer that you are, for the teacher that you are, for the coach that you are, for whatever it is that you are doing, for the mother that you are, for the sister that you are. Whatever you are doing in your life right now, everything in your life has been in preparation for that. And it is also preparing you for the change, shift, and transition for the next part of the journey of your life, because we don't stay still. Life doesn't stay still. The universe doesn't stay still. We are constantly changing and evolving. You may not recognize that in yourself. So take time to look back at where you were 2 years ago and who you were 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. Look back at who you were a month ago. When we connect in with our heart, when the intention is devotion of self-care, self-actualization, self-awareness, connection to the divine, understanding yourself and your place in this world, self-acceptance, self-love, self-value, self-forgiveness, self-appreciation. When that is your intention, it could be just to connect to the breath, to be present, to connect to nature, to feel more connected to yourself and the world around you. The moment you make that decision, everything changes. You are constantly changing. And what you overcome today, you'll never experience that again to that level, because there is strength and resilience and life and love and curiosity and magic in you. It is in every cell of your body because you are a child of the stars. I hope that those messages serve you well. Call on them to support you in this week ahead, to surround you in their guidance, to lead you, to support you in seeing what it is that you need to see, and to give you the strength and courage and bravery to move forward in your life. I hope that those messages serve you well. As always, please be kind and gentle with yourself and others. Until next week, namaste, blessed be, bye.